In The Ideal Wife, Pastor W.F Kumuyi presents a biblically grounded guide to Christian womanhood and marriage. The book explains God's original design for wives, emphasizing character, spirituality, submission, love, and responsibility rather than outward beauty or cultural expectations. The author stresses that a successful marriage begins with a God-fearing, spirit-controlled wife who understands her divine role. 1. God's design for marriage and the wife. Kumuyi begins by affirming that marriage is ordained by God, and the role of the wife is not accidental or inferior, but purposeful and honorable. God created the wife as a help suitable for her husband. Her role complements the husband's leadership. Marriage thrives when both partners follow God's order, not personal opinions or societal trends. The ideal wife understands that her role is divinely assigned, not socially imposed. 2. Salvation and spiritual foundation. A central emphasis of the book is that no woman can be an ideal wife without first being a true Christian. Salvation through Christ is the foundation of godly character. A spirit-filled life enables patience, love, humility, and forgiveness. Spiritual maturity affects how a wife responds to challenges in marriage. An unsaved or spiritually careless wife cannot consistently fulfill God's marital expectations. 3. Godly character over physical beauty. Kumuyi strongly emphasizes inner character above physical appearance. Key virtues of an ideal wife include fear of God, humility, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control, patience, and kindness. Outward beauty fades, but godly character sustains marriage. A wife's conduct can either build or destroy her home. Character, not charm, determines lasting marital success. 4. Submission, the heart of godly marriage. One of the strongest teachings in the book is biblical submission. Submission is voluntary, respectful cooperation, not slavery or inferiority. It reflects God's order, just as Christ submitted to the Father. Submission promotes peace, unity, and stability in the home. Kumuyi clarifies, submission does not mean silence in sin or abuse. It does not remove a woman's intelligence, voice, or value. It is done as unto the Lord. A submissive wife strengthens her marriage. Rebellion weakens it. 5. Love, respect, and support for the husband. The ideal wife loves her husband sincerely, respects him in words, actions, and attitude, encourages him instead of belittling him, supports his vision, leadership, and spiritual growth. Constant criticism, nagging, and comparison destroy marital harmony. Respect empowers a man to lead responsibly. A respected husband becomes a better husband. 6. The ideal wife as a homemaker. Kumuyi presents the home as the wife's primary ministry, not a prison. She is a builder of the home, not a destroyer. She manages the household with wisdom and diligence. She creates an atmosphere of peace, order, and love. This does not forbid education or career, but stresses priority and balance. The condition of the home reflects the heart of the wife. 7. Motherhood and child training. An ideal wife is also a godly mother. She trains children in the fear of the Lord. She models godliness through example. Discipline is done with love, consistency, and wisdom. Children learn values more from what they see than what they hear. The future of the family and society is shaped in the hands of godly mothers. 8. Wisdom in speech and conduct. Kumuyi highlights the power of words. The ideal wife speaks with wisdom and grace. She avoids gossip, quarrelsomeness, and harsh speech. She knows when to speak and when to remain silent. Her words heal, encourage, and unite. A wise tongue preserves peace in marriage. 9. Faithfulness and moral purity. Moral integrity is non-negotiable. Faithfulness to her husband in heart, body, and mind. Modesty in dressing and behavior. Guarding herself against temptation and emotional compromise. Purity protects marriage from destruction. 10. Prayer and dependence on God. The ideal wife is a woman of prayer. She prays for her husband, children, and home. She relies on God's grace, not human strength. She commits marital challenges to God instead of reacting carnally. Prayer is the secret strength of a successful wife. 11. Influence beyond the home. A godly wife positively influences the church and society, becomes a role model to younger women, reflects Christ through her lifestyle. A godly home produces godly influence. Conclusion: the true ideal wife. Kumuyi concludes that the ideal wife is not a perfect woman, but a yielded woman, yielded to God, His Word, and His Spirit. Key takeaways. Salvation is the foundation of ideal womanhood. Character outweighs beauty. Submission brings harmony. Love, respect, and wisdom sustain marriage. Prayer empowers the wife to fulfill her role. Final summary statement. The ideal wife teaches that the woman becomes ideal not by competing with her husband, but by completing God's design. When a wife lives by biblical principles, she becomes a source of peace, strength, and blessing to her home, her husband, her children, and the kingdom of God. For more insightful and faith-lifting audiobooks, do well to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching and listening to us today.